Hello students, let's do ratio and proportion, exercise 7b, questions 5 to 7. Question 5, it's on page number 100. First question, if A is to B is 3 is to 5 and B is to C is equal to 4 is to 7, we need to find A is to B is to C. So as you can see, B is repeated in both these ratios given to us. So let's start by writing the first ratio. A is to B is equal to 3 is to 5. Now 5 stands for B, isn't it? B is 5. So I'm going to divide both by 5. So this becomes 3 by 5 is to 5 by 5. So what does that become? 3 by 5 is to 1 because 5 by 5 is equal to 1. So A is to B has now become 3 by 5 is to 1. Now I'm going to take the next one, B is to C. B is to C is given as 4 is to 7 and B is 4. So I'm going to divide both by 4. Okay, so B is to C becomes 4 by 4 is to, next we'll take 7 and divide that also by 4. So now 4 by 4 will become 1. 1 is to 7 by 4. So now I have these ratios here. So this is A is to B and this is B is to C. So as you can see, we've got B as 1. Now let's continue. So A will be 3 by 5 and B is 1 and C is 7 by 4. So when we have fractions as a ratio, we need to find their LCM. So let me take this to the working column and work it out for you. 3 by 5 is to 1 is to 7 by 4. Now this will give it the denominator 1 and let's find the LCM of 5 and 4. 2, I bring down 5, 2 2s are 4, then I continue with 2, 1, 5, 1 and 1. So my LCM is 2 into 2 into 5. 2 2s are 4, 4 5s are 20. So my LCM is 20. Now I'm going to work with that. 3 by 5 into 20. So cancel. 5 1s are 5, 5 4s are 20, 4 3s are 12. So my first portion of the ratio is 12 is to, next one is 1 by 1, isn't it? So 1 by 1 into 20 is simply 1 into 20, nothing to be cancelled, it's just 20. So the second part, second term is 20 is to, let me take the third one, that is 7 by 4 multiplied by the LCM. Now cancel, 4 1s are 4, 4 5s are 20. 7 5s, let's multiply, 7 5s are 35. So the third term of my ratio is 35. So this is my final answer. A is to B is to C is 12 is to 20 is to 35. Question 2. If x is to y is equal to 2 is to 3 and y is to z equals 5 is to 7, 5, x is to y is to z. So let's do that. X is to y is 2 is to 3. So what is common here? Y. Okay, the second term of the ratio. So x is to y will be 2 divided by 3. Okay, the first part is to 3 divided by 3. So it becomes x is to y is now 2 by 3 is to 1. So I've got this, x is to y is 2 by 3 is to 1. Now let's take the second part. Y is to z is 5 is to 7. So y is 5 here. So let's do that. Y is to z is equal to, we're going to divide both by 5. 5 by 5 is to 7 by 5. Therefore, it becomes y is to z is equal to 1. 5 by 5 is 1 is to 7 by 5. So the three ratios now are 2 by 3, that is x is to y, 2 by 3 is to 1, and 1 is the same in both the ratios we have simplified. So 1 is to 7 by 5. So let me work out this. 2 by 3 is to 1 by 1 is to 7 by 5. I must find the LCM of the denominators 3 and 5, 3 and 5, 3, 1 and 5. Then I go on to 5, 1 and 1. So my LCM is 3 into 5, which is 15. So let me start working this out. 2 by 3 into 15. I have to take each one. 1 by 1 into 15 and 7 by 5 into 15. Okay, now let's cancel. 3 5s are 15. So what do I get? 2 5s are 10. Here I can't cancel with anything. So 1 into 15 is 15. Third one, 5 3s are 15. So 7 3s are 21. So I've got my ratios. 10 is to 15 is to 21. So the ratio of x is to y is to z is 10 is to 15 is to 21. Now here, if m is to n is 4 is to 9 and n is to s is 3 is to 7, find m is to s. So let's start. So m is to n is 4 is to 9. I can write it as m by n is equal to 4 by 9. Similarly, n is to s is 3 is to 7. I can write it as n by s equals 3 by 7. Now, look at the question. We have to find m is to s. That means we need to leave out n. Now, how do we do that? M by n into n by s. The two ratios, if I do, I can cancel the n's and I'll get m is to s. Now, what is this equal to? How much is m by n? 4 by 9 is there, into n by s is 3 by 7. So here let's cancel whatever we can. Let me cancel the n's. I can cancel one n here and one n there. So what I get here on the left hand side will be m by s. Now on the right hand side, let's cancel what we can. I can cancel 3 and 9. 3 1s are 3, 3 3s are 9. That's all. I can't cancel anything else. So here I get 4 1s are 4, 3 7s are 21. So m by s is equal to 4 by 21, or my ratio, we are asked to find m is to s is equal to 4 is to 21. Question 4. If p is to q equals 1 by 2 is to 1 by 3 and q is to r is equal to 1 1 by 2 is to 1 1 by 3, find p is to r. So again, we have to leave out q. Okay, so let's work that out. P is to q equals 1 by 2 is to 1 by 3. Okay, so if I write this as division, P by q equals 1 by 2. I'll write this also as division. So that will change to P by q equals 1 by 2 into 3 by 1, which is equal to 3 by 2. So I've got P by Q equals 3 by 2. Now on the other side, Q is to R equals 1 1 by 2 is to 1 1 by 3. That is, Q is to R equals, let's convert this, 2 1s are 2 plus 1 3 by 2 is to 3 1s are 3 plus 1 4 by 3. Now let's write it as a fraction. Q by R equals 3 by 2 divided by 4 by 3. One more step. Q by R equals 3 by 2 into reciprocal 3 by 4. which is equal to 3 3s are 9, 2 4s are 8. So I've got P by Q here in the first part. P by Q equals 3 by 2 and Q by R equals 9 by 8. So now let's work this out again here. To remove the Q, P by Q into Q by R. Okay, we'll multiply. How much is P by Q? 3 by 2 into how much is Q by R? 9 by 8. Now let's see if we can cancel something. I can cancel the Q here. On the other side, I can't cancel anything, so let me multiply. 9 3s are 27 and 8 2s are 16. So P is to R, this is what is left, is 27 is to 16. So this is my final answer. The ratio of P is to R, what is asked in the question, is 27 is to 16. Next question. If A is to B equals 1.5 is to 3.5 and B is to C equals 5 is to 6, find A is to C. Okay, so here again we need to find A is to C. So let's start. A is to B equals 1.5 is to 3.5. So we can write this as a fraction. A by B equals 1.5 by 3.5. Now I can change this to whole numbers by multiplying both by 10. So what do I get? I get 15 by 35. So A by B equals 15 by 35. Now let's see if we can reduce 15 by 35 to the lowest term. Yes, I can divide both by 5. If I divide both by 5, what do I get? 5 3s are 15 and 5 7s are 35. So A is to B is equal to 3 is to 7. So I've got this first part. Now let's go to the next one. B is to C. B is to C equals 5 is to 6. This is already given to us. Let me write it as a fraction. B by C equals 5 by 6. So I already got both the fractions. Now let me find out how to remove B. So A by B into B by C. If I do this, I can cancel the B's and what is left is only A by C. Now what is A by B? 3 is to 7 or 3 by 7 into what is B by C? B by C is 5 by 6. 5 by 6. Now is there something we can cancel here? I can cancel 3 and 6. 3 1s are 3, 3 2s are 6. Now what can I cancel on the left hand side? I can cancel the B. So what is left on the left hand side is A by C, and on the right hand side 5 1s are 5 and 7 2s are 14. So we have found A is to C is 5 is to 14. So this is my ratio. A is to C is 5 is to 14. Question 6. If 1 1 by 4 is to 2 1 by 3 equals P is to Q and Q is to R equals 4 1 by 2 is to 5 1 by 4, find P is to R. Okay, so let's write it. P is to Q. Okay, let's convert and write. 4 1s are 4 plus 1, 5 by 4 is to 3 2s are 6 plus 1, 7 by 3. Now let's write it as a division fraction. P by Q equals 5 by 4 divided by 7 by 3. So this becomes P by Q equals 5 by 4 into 3 by 7, reciprocal. So what does this become? 5 3s are 15 and 4 7s are 28. So P by Q is 15 by 28. Now let's see, Q is to R equals, let's convert and write this one. Let me convert this. 2 4s are 8 plus 1 9 by 2 is to the next one, this one. 4 5s are 20 plus 1, 21 by 4. Write it as a fraction. Q by R equals 9 by 2 divided by 21 by 4, which becomes Q by R equals 9 by 2 into 4 by 21. What can we cancel? I can cancel 2 and 4. 2 2s are 4. 9 and 21 by 3. 3 3s are 9. 3 7s are 21. So what is left? 3 2s are 6, and in the denominator we have 7. Okay, now what is our question? We have to find P is to R. We have to leave out Q. So let's take that. P by Q into Q by R. When we cancel the Q's here, what we get is only P is to R. P by R or P is to R. So let me continue. How much is P by Q? It is 15 by 28. So let's write it down. 15 by 28 into how much is Q by R? We found it to be 6 by 7. So that becomes 6 by 7. Now see if there's something we can cancel here. I can cancel 6 and 28 by 2. 2 3s are 6 and 2 14s are 28. Is there anything else that we can cancel? There's nothing. So let's multiply the numerators. 15 3s are 45. Now here I must multiply 14 into 7. Let's multiply 14 into 7. 7 4s are 28, carry 2. 7 1s are 7, 8, 9. So I have 98 here. So what do I have on the left hand side? I have P by R, and on the right hand side 45 by 98. That means P is to R is 45 is to 98. So I have been asked to find P is to R, and we have found P is to R to be 45 is to 98. Question 6. If x is to y is 5 is to 4 and 2 is to x equals 3 is to 8, find the value of 5. So we have to find the value of y based on this. So here what is given to us is x is to 5, y is equal to 5 is to 4. We can write it as x by y equals 5 by 4. And the second part, 2 by x equals 3 by 8. Now let's find the value of x in the second part. This is the second part and this is the first part. We are not finding the first part now because we have two unknowns, x and y, whereas in the second part we have only one unknown, which is x. So let's find the value of x based on this. I'll work it out in the working column. So 2 by x equals 3 by 8. To find x, to find the value of x here, now what we'll do is we'll cross multiply. Okay, 2 into 8 and x into 3. So x into 3 will be 3x and 2 into 8. We are cross multiplying like this. 2 into 8 is 16. 3 into x will become x is equal to 16 by 3. So the value of x is 16 by 3. So now that we have found the value of x to be 16 by 3, we are going to substitute it in the first part, this first portion we are going to substitute. Now to find y, we say y equals, I have taken it from the denominator to the numerator, so it on the other side also the fraction will change to 4 by 5. I'm going to move x to the other side, so it becomes into x. So y equals 4 by 5 into x we found out to be 16 by 3. So y equals, let's multiply the numerators, 4 into 16. 16 4s are 64 and the denominator 5 3s are 15. Now this is an improper fraction which we are going to convert. 64 divided by 15. 15 4s are 60. minus I have 4 here. Okay, now let's get the mixed number 4 by 15. So we have found the value of y to be 4 by 15. Question 7. Find the value of x when 2.5 is to 4 equals x is to 7.5. Now this shows that this is a proportion. So now we know how to work out when there is a proportion and how to find the value of x. So let's write that down. 2.5 is to 4 is equal to x is to 7.5. So we use the formula product of extremes equals product of means. So 4 into x, that is 4 into x is equal to 2.5 into 7.5. So x will be equal to 2.5 into 7.5, and I'm carrying 4 to the other side. So it will become division by 4. So this is multiplication of decimals. So 2.5 into 7.5, let's multiply and see. So let's ignore the point and make it 25 into 75. 5 5s are 25, carry 2. 5 2s are 10, 11, 12. Then the second step, 7 5s are 35, carry 3. 7 2s are 14, 15, 16, 17. So let's add this up. 5. 2 plus 5 is 7, 1 plus 7 is 8, and 1. Let's go back to the question and see how many decimal places there are. So here there's 1 and here there's 1, 2. So our answer also should have 2 decimal places. So here we have 18.75 by 4. Now we can remove the decimal point by moving it 2 places to the right. And that can be done only if we multiply it by 100. And if we multiply the numerator by 100, the denominator also should be multiplied by 100. So what do we get now? We get 1875, that is 1875 by 4 into 100, 400. Now let's see if we can cancel this. We can reduce this to the lowest term by dividing both by 5. Okay, so let's divide it by 5 and see. We'll divide 1875 by 5. 5 3s are 15 minus 37. 5 7s are 35 minus 25 we get. So 5 5s are 25. So here when I divide this by 5, I get 375. So I've cancelled this by 5. Now if I cancel this by 5, I get 5 8s are 40 and then a 0. I can again reduce it to the lowest term by dividing it by 5 again. So let's divide 375 by 5. 5 7s are 35 minus, I have 25. 5 5s are 25. So that is 75. So here this gives us 75. And let's divide 80 by 5. 80 divided by 5. 5 1s are 5 minus 3 0. 5 6s are 30. So that is 16. So 75 by 16 is what I get. X is equal to 75 by 16. Now let's convert that to a mixed number. Let me divide 75 by 16. 16 4s are 64 minus 5 minus 4 is 1. 7 minus 6 is 1. 11. So what do I get here? X is equal to 4 11 by 16. So I have found the value of x to be 4 11 by 16. Question 8. Show that 2, 12 and 72 are in continued proportion. Okay, so we've been given the numbers 2, 12 and 72. Let A, B and C be the three numbers in the continued proportion. So this becomes A is to B is in proportion to B is to C. In that case, A is to B will be A, by B will be 2 by 12. Okay, A by B will be 2 by 12 from the numbers given. Let's reduce this to the lowest term. Divide both by 2 and let's see what we get. 2 ones are 2 and 2 sixes are 12. So A by B is equal to 1 by 6. Now let's take the other one, B by C. B by C, and B is 12 and C is 72. Now again, let's reduce this to the lowest term. We can divide both by 12 itself. Divide both by 12 and see what we get. 12 ones are 12 and 12 sixes are 72. As you can see, both the fractions are the same. Now they are in continued proportion. Therefore, 2, 12 and 72 are in continued proportion. So with that, children, we come to the end of this exercise. Thank you.